In the glow of the late summer sun, Kathryn Harrison stands reflective at the foot of Spirit Mountain. She is proud and stately, like the tree-covered peak where many young Native Americans embark upon their vision quest, a spiritual sojourn to discover their calling in life. For Kathryn, her calling was made clear at a young age, but would take years to be fully realized. A Molalla Indian, Kathryn is part of the Confederated Tribes of the Grand Ronde. Her mother and father made sure her Indian roots were strong, values that stayed with her even after Kathryn's parents died. She was just 10 years old.
I had so much trouble being myself. I knew I was Indian. I knew my parents had instilled pride in us. So when somebody tried to change that, I stood up for myself and my sisters and brothers. So I was labeled unable to handle.
Separated from her siblings, Kathryn's life was often lonely, unstable, unrelenting. And then came good news. A new school, new life, new friends.
From going from one foster home to the next where I was discriminated against, and then to be sent to Chamao, where I was among all Indians. I said, I thought I died and went to Indian heaven. All those tribes I'd read about, there they were. Flatheads and the Crows, they were no longer something I had to imagine. They were there.
At school, Kathryn learned vocational skills that she could use as a servant to white families. But as was her way, she rebelled against those expectations, only to find herself in another hardship. The mother of 10 children, married to an alcoholic. Eventually, at age 50, Kathryn gathered the courage to leave her husband and make a new way to care for her family.
I swallowed my pride after I left him and went to the welfare and told him I wanted to go to school.
She studied nursing at Lane Community College and became the first Native American to graduate from the school. Settling on the coast, Kathryn became active in tribal affairs and was elected secretary. Then came the role she was born to play, her vision quest fulfilled. Kathryn joined the effort to restore Native American tribal status. She began each day with a prayer, the same one she prays today.
God help me to do the right thing today to help my family and my people.
Kathryn spent years working with tribal leaders and Congress to overturn the Termination Act of 1954, which took away tribes' federal recognition. The journey was long, but Kathryn drew strength remembering the hardships her elders had endured. Then, in the fall of 1983, she got a phone call from Congressman Les Coyne.
Kathryn, I'm calling to tell you your bill passed. The fight, the 11 years to get the restoration and recognition back, it's just everybody seemed like they walked taller, straighter, more proud, because we were, again, part of the family of Indian nations, nationwide.
There would be a champagne toast in their small one-room office. But first, Kathryn made good on a private celebration she'd long dreamt of.
When that happens, I'm going to drive around and just honk my horn and then let everybody know something good has happened to us.
And the good continued. Kathryn worked with Coyne and Senator Mark Hatfield on the Reservation Restoration Act of 1988. She helped establish the Spirit Mountain Casino in 1995 and the Spirit Mountain Community Fund, which has donated more than $56 million to nonprofits across the region. She received an honorary doctorate from Portland State University and was honored as Alumna of the Year by Lane Community College. Kathryn has taken a step back now, but in her heart, this matriarch, mother, and maker of history will never stop pursuing excellence.
I'm 88 years old and I'm still trying to make my life pleasing to my parents, to my God, and to my tribe.